we're going to talk about inheriting methods. So the child inherits all public or protected, but remember, not private, methods from the parent. However, we can make additional child-specific methods. We can also change the methods that already exist in the parent, but just for this specific class. It won't change the actual methods in the actual parent class. It basically copies the method from the parent class, and then we can tweak it and modify it for this specific class. And we do this using the @override tag. We're just going to type this @override before we type out our method. And this is only used for methods that have the same exact name as a method that exists in the parent class. So we're letting the compiler know that, yeah, I know that we already have this method because we inherited it from the parent, but I want it to do something a little different. So I'm going to override it. So it allows the parent method to be changed when called by an object of the child class. But again, it's not actually changing the parent method, it's changing the copy of the parent method into the child. And the access specifiers, public, protected, private, can be overridden as well, but only to make them less strict. You can't make them more strict. So, for example, a parent class, just adding on to our animal class, right? I've made a method in the animal class called public void, because it's not returning anything. And then the method's called speak. So this is just going to print out animal noises. Super generic, right? Because not all animals make the same noises, but in the animal class, that's about the best we can do. We know that it's going to be some kind of animal noise. So we're just printing that out. Again, these are just kind of dumb little examples. You'll do things much more interesting and important, but this is just to see how this works. And then in the child class, we're also going to have a method. Well, the child class is going to inherit this method from the parent class because it's public. But for our frog class, we don't want it to make generic animal noises. We want the frog to ribbit because that's the sound frogs make. So we're going to say @override, and we're going to use the same method name, speak. But we're going to change it so that it prints out ribbit instead of animal noises when it's a frog. Cool. So let's take a look and do a little bit of practice. So what will be the output of this code snippet and why? And use the speak methods that we just talked about to make your guess. I'll give you a minute to do this and then I'll carry on. So let's go over it. So generic animal is of animal class, so it uses the speak method from animal. So again, I made instantiated a new object of animal class and just called it generic animal, right? So the way we defined this method, the speak method in the animal class, is to just print out animal noises. So when we print out, well, when we call the speak method with generic animal, it prints out animal noises. Because we didn't actually override the parent method. We overrode the copy of the parent method within the frog class. And again, frog1 is from the frog class, so it uses that overwritten speak method because it is a frog, not just an animal. So when the speak method is called from the frog1 object, it prints out ribbit. So that is kind of a very bare bones look at how you can use inheritance in your classes.